Warning, this content is for entertainment and educational purposes only. All right, next question here is from Georgie. George asks, do you actually need full rest days if nutrition, recovery, and training volume are dialed in, or can you train continuously without negative effects? I'm going to be honest with you, George. I have literally gone an entire year without taking a day off of the gym before. Probably years. When I was younger, it was 7 days a week I would train. Even now, I still train 6 days a week. I'll take one day off a week. And, I'm kind of getting back into doing jujitsu. I plan on doing that on my off day. So, am I really taking a rest day? No, probably not. I mean, look, I look at it this way. Like, NFL players, they're out there beating themselves up, lifting weights, doing all this shit, and they're pushing themselves every day. And then you get some bro that worries about a 45-minute gym session, where most of the time, most of the motherfuckers I see in the gym now are just looking at their phone, and they're not even breaking a sweat in the gym, and then they're worried about recovery. I don't see anybody putting maximal effort in. But look. All jokes aside, here's the way I look at it when it comes to recovery and being able to train more. And you have to identify what works best for your psychology. Personally, I love being in the gym. I like being there. All my friends are there. It's my therapy. It's my escape from the world. I want to be in the gym every day if I can help it. I love being there. I love doing it. So a high intensity, lower volume, lower frequency approach wouldn't make me happy. I don't care if it works better. I don't give a fuck if all the science says that I should only be training 3 to 4 days a week, and for 45 minutes doing one set to all out failure. I would not like training that way. That would bore the fuck out of me. I would get tired of that. I would not like the gym. I would hate the gym. Some people hate being in the gym. Maybe that's better for you. But for me, I love being in the gym. I love being there more. So we have to consider that. Do what you like. Do what makes you happy. You might be a guy that likes going balls out and heavier sets, and then you need to adjust accordingly. But the example that I always use, that we have really three knobs we can turn when it comes to training. We have intensity, we have volume, and we have frequency. And if we really crank one up, we need to make adjustments elsewhere. So if we are training all the time, if we're in the gym training all the time, we probably need to turn down if our frequency is high, we probably need to turn down the volume on intensity, maybe turn down the volume a little bit turn the knob down a little bit on training volume and dial that back a little bit and spread it out across the week. There does seem to be an upper threshold of how many sets most people can tolerate per week, but I think most of us never truly test what our limits are. I think we are capable of a lot more than we think we are. Look, like if your human physiology was so fragile that 4 sets of all out work 3 times a week dipped into your recovery so dramatically that you needed multiple days off from the gym and to rest and to basically convalesce, we would have never survived the fucking ice age. I mean, I have clients, I literally have a dude, my bro Cody, who runs a fucking jackhammer all day long and is pulling cable, 10, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and that motherfucker's in the gym every day, and he's huge on top of it. And he's getting bigger. So, some bro that's sitting home playing video games all day long probably isn't at risk of overtraining. So, look, I think it's highly overstated. I will say that when you're going to need more rest and be mindful of this stuff is when you're in a caloric deficit. When you're dieting, you definitely can dig yourself into a hole, and you have to be aware of it. But look, bro, if you like training 7 days a week, fucking go for it. Train 7 days a week. Find out what your limits are. Go for it. Get in there. Have fun. You'll just probably need to adjust the volume a little bit. You'll probably need to turn down the knob on training intensity a little bit. I mean, you probably can't be going all out on all your sets if you're in the gym 7 days a week, not taking days off. And just listen to your body. See what you can get away with. Test your limits. How are you going to know if you don't try? Find out.